up next to the stage, he's a comic. He also runs a Sunday open mic at the Fish Tank, this cool little bar near campus, and his name is Browning. It doesn't say a last name, it's just Browning. So come down, get on up here.
I got my topic. My topic was Freemasons / Illuminati. I have a book about the Freemasons, right? There's one president who was not a Freemason. This one president freed the slaves. This one president is from Kentucky. He's tall. He was known to be a good athlete. Abraham Lincoln, ladies and gentlemen, was our first black president, and I want that to be known. I want the history books to be rewritten. I want them to be corrected. I have a great book about his assassination. But moving on from that into my material, I didn't expect to launch into my defense of Ye tonight, of Kanye West himself. There's a lot of Kanye talk in the news, a lot of Jesus talk in the news too. There's a group of early Christians that get ignored. They rejected that Jesus was actually God himself. They just said Jesus was a man, and Jesus the Messiah, that's a political position if you know history. That's what Messiah means, the etymology of it. He was like the Supreme Court. So at a time right now when we need our Supreme Court to come down and tell people, you can't hang out with Jeffrey Epstein anymore. You can't do it. It just can't happen. No one's doing it, right? So if people do it, they seem to end up killed or dead. In fact, throughout history, people like Jesus, whatever you believe, the story of him is he was the Prince of Peace. Martin Luther King marches onto D.C., killed, right? Bernie Mac, funniest comedian ever. They killed him too. Come on, guys. Nobody knows who Bernie Mac is anymore? All right. And I'm on my Kanye shit because, like Kanye, since a young age, I was gifted. I learned to read when I was 3. I got like a perfect score on the ACT in 7th grade, a full ride to college, all that. I threw the game-winning touchdown pass in high school for the state championship. All that shit just to end up an unemployed, stay-at-home father. And what's funny about that is I recently lost my mom 6 months into getting sober. My mom decided to exit on us. And now my grandmother, my dad's father, so my dad's lost his wife, and my grandmother, it's been rough, right? And my wife, her blood pressure's high because her sister took this as an opportunity to cut us off, right? Now for the funny part. I grew up in all these churches, right, going on both sides of my family. I was baptized Catholic, left the church, now I'm just spiritual. My wife, she's never been in a church, really, has a pretty sad childhood. But my wife and I love scary movies. We love Constantine, the superhero from DC Comics. Is anyone familiar? Do you guys know who Constantine is? Okay, so he's a superhero in DC Comics. And just think like every religion, every mythology exists, right? And he's the one that can tap in and he can exorcise people, right? So my wife's blood pressure's high. She's passing in and out. And I'm confused because I also believe in biology. And I know when you pass in and out, you might see or say things. So she passes in and out one night and says she's talking to my mom. So I'm kind of getting freaked out, all right? I say bye to my mom, and it's very funny. She's saying things to me unresolved issues I have with my mom. But it keeps going, and finally me and my mom say bye, and I'm like, okay, finally, are you going to go to sleep? Please go to sleep, babe. And she goes, oh no, someone else is here. And I'm like, oh, shit. She goes, there's a light figure and a dark figure. Remember, I don't actually think this is something like real in a Bible or anything. I'm just scared, trying to help my wife. My daughter's trying to help because she's passing in and out. She goes, there's someone here. The only place she could have gotten this is from Constantine, from fiction. There's someone here named Lucifer. And I start dying laughing because I'm like, okay, she's passing in and out. Her blood pressure is really high. We're under a lot of stress. We're losing people. And so Melanie, splash some water on her. My daughter's Melanie. I said, splash some water on her. And she starts to wake up, and then she passes out again. She's like, Lucifer says he wants you. I'm like, okay. And in my head, for some reason, I always hated these people called the Westboro Baptist Church when I was younger because I was raised by good Christians who love everyone. They love the LGBTQ community. They love minorities. They love everybody. So it's not like the bad Christians you see in the news. Westboro Baptist Church, on the other hand, is anyone familiar? Yeah. They had a really bad sign a long time ago. The only not respect you have to give them, they were so intense, they hated America too. Like when gay soldiers died, they would go and protest their funerals. Nuts, right? So remember, I'm an ally. I don't believe this, but I'm like, man, I thought of that sign. And I said, okay, Leslie, if Lucifer is really talking to you, tell Lucifer, not today. I love him. I'm not gay, and he's not getting my booty hole. Thank you.